people in the street with impunity.
Uh-huh.
This is not a fucking joke.
It sure is. Then why am I laughing at you? If it's not a joke, then why is this so funny?
There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns and stop these fucking
what do you mean
people.
it's not funny? It's hilarious. So we've had, Baldy crash out again. Let me pull up a couple other ones. There it is. Kyle Wagner has been federally charged for making threats to assault and kill ICE agents. There he is, guys. They got him. Oh, there it is again. Photo of this arrest via law enforcement source. And I also want to say that, we'll go back, we'll watch the video too. This is the funniest thing I think about this, is that this guy's talking a big game. He's the big guy. He's an American. He's like George Washington fighting against the British tyranny. But whenever they show up to his house, is he firing a gun at the federal officers? Is he exercising his Second Amendment against the tyrannical government? No, he's not. He's got his hands behind his back and he's walking down those stairs like a good boy. And you know why? It's because people like him don't actually believe the shit they're saying. They only say it so they can goad somebody else into dying for their cause. There it is. He's very compliant. That's right. And so when push comes to shove, and you have the chance to actually push back against the federal government that are putting you in jail, you put your hands behind your back and you say yes, sir, and no, sir, and you do exactly what you're told. Because you never believed it in the first place. It was all a LARP, and thank God for that. Because if it wasn't a LARP, you'd be dead. And that's why you're LARPing. That's it. His cause is anarchy? Well, his cause is anarchy until the federal government shows up, and then he does exactly what they do. It also helped the Fed that he leaked his address. Yeah, that would have taken them an extra 30 seconds. So this is the connection. We were told this was in connection to this video where agitators showed up to curse at federal agents as they made this arrest. Is this him?
Hyphenated heroes? Lords and men? You don't have to be a witch to find the magic.
Let me see him.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where is he? Where is he?
Time has unraveled.
Uh-huh.
Stitch it together again.
Look how few of them there are now. Look at him. What the hell is that? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Yeah, bro, like this is it. This is where we're at, guys, right now. 8 people. Yep. The fat squad. Yep. That's the 2%. Absolutely. It's always white people. It is. Oh, look, bro. Like, look at her face. He's like trying to protect her. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Man. You know what I think is really funny? Is that if this was really a fascist government, they wouldn't be doing this. They can only do this in a government that is... Like, do you think they could do this over in fucking China? Do you think they could go and do this over in Saudi Arabia? They think you could do this over in Russia? No. I got a feeling they're not. They'd just kill them. Yeah, in Iran, they'd be in a body bag. Yep. They do it once. OSINT? I'll go to that in a minute. Man. Look at him. Poe's mad. Look at him. Look at him go, bro. Oh, God. Yeah, that's about right. You got scuffed Sam Hyde and all the other fatties behind him. Isn't that sad? Yep. Bunch of fat Karens, I know. LARPing nerds, all white, 100%. Get out of here! Get out of here! You can't be Man, the candy man if he ate too much candy. That's true. Man. You're out there too. Uh-huh. Yep. Jesus. Jesus. Oh my God, they're mad as hell. And you know what? Nothing's gonna change. They're gonna cry and bitch about it and get mad all they want. But it's Olympus 9? Yeah, the Olympus 9 players. Why are they stramming fuck you memes? And because they're dumb. You notice the yelling and not blocking the car anymore though? You're right. And that's what happens is that see how orderly they are? They're not getting in the officer's way. They're not doing anything wrong at all. And what do you think the odds of that are? Wow, what a big coincidence. And so here's the 4K footage on the raid on his home. Are they going to show him? Where is he? Where is Austin? They didn't even bring him out. Yeah, they didn't even bring his ass out. That's too bad. So they rounded up old Baldy, right? They got old Baldy rounded up. And here it is again. Justice Department ICE has arrested the self-identified anti-ICE terrorist in Minneapolis today. Conspire and threaten to assault and kill officers, and you'll find yourself in federal custody facing the full force of justice. I really mean this when I say it. Nothing would galvanize voters more than to see this guy sent to Guantanamo Bay. Like, I dream of the day that we send these domestic terrorist retards to Guantanamo Bay. I think open it back up. Open it back up. Send all the retards there. That's how I see it. That's what we need to do. And send them to El Salvador? Maybe you're right. That'd be a good idea for 20 years. You got to put these people in jail for like 10, 15, 20 years. And it doesn't matter until everyone who's doing this shit is in prison. Yep, that's right. You got to go all the way with these people. But I bet that after people see this happen, and, oh, is this him talking? Stop these fucking people. Sun's out, guns out. Shut the fuck up and fight back. I'm worried. You're giving them a reason to shoot on sight. Oh man, so true. How can we help? And so anyway, he did all of this. Keep this in mind. He crashed out over 600 likes. He fucked his whole life up over 600 likes. I love to see this. The smart ones stay silent. Yeah, bro, like that's it. The culling of the herd, that's what you do. Is that he branded himself in the upper chest with a symbol of international terrorist movement, Antifa. Yep, abso-fucking-lutely. And I want to see, I think that it's like ISIS for pussies. Yeah. No, I'm really happy to see this happen to somebody like this. I really am. And hopefully they go in and they continue to arrest even more of these people. Bring shame to the bald. Yeah. He's not even in jail for anything cool. Well, that's the reason why you put him in jail. And overall, I think that really, I mean, they have to go a little bit harder on these people, because if you don't go hard on them, they think they're going to be able to go back and do it again. Oh, this is a good one.
Let me ask you a quick question. We're trying to get back undocumented people who were deported by ICE. Do you support that?
Of course I do.
Can we get your signature real quick? We're part of the Bring Them Back campaign.
Can you imagine her selling mushrooms in a swamp? I could. Easily I could. Without even a second of hesitation, I could. She's in the wrong place. Should have never let these people in there. Yeah, that's it. I'd buy them. Yeah, she probably makes some good mushrooms.
Specifically, Darwin.
Unfortunately, she votes like she's on them.
Vasquez Ramos, who was deported in Maryland this week. And I do have to tell you, he was convicted of third-degree sex offense, but we think he just...
Look at her face.
Deserves a second chance.
Okay.
Can we get, just get your signature and... What do you think about what's going on with ICE right now?
Well, it upsets me very much. We don't look like our country anymore.
We don't look like our country.
Yeah.
If you support bringing him back to the U.S., he needs a place to stay. Could he come and stay with you?
No, I don't have any place for him to stay.
You don't?
But you have my signature.
Okay, thank you.
These people love signing a blank check for somebody else to deal with the problems that make them feel good about themselves. See, I really am not downplaying this whenever I say that I view these people to be the absolute pinnacle threat to America. I do. I think these people are a larger threat than Russia, China, Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, you know, MS-13, Tren de Aragua, Colombia, any of this. These people are our core enemy within. This is the true enemy, right here. I don't know about that. I do. I do. Absolutely. Because the problem is that all of those other issues become solved once you take people like this out of the voting population. Because people like her would vote to bring all of those other people that are going to ruin the country into the country. So if you don't have those people voting to let them in, all of the other problems won't exist either. You've got to find a way. What should we do about it? I think that we need to have a voting test. We do. We need to have a voting test, and there needs to be other ways that we do to disenfranchise more people out of the voting process. There are too many people involved in the voting process, and it's causing emotion. Like basically, like if like a trolley problem is a great example of this, right? So if you're giving contradictory answers or like different values, slippery slope, I know it is. That's the goal. Like, I think that it's better to have less people voting than more people voting. That's it. Parkour to vote? Yeah, definitely. People have to pay to vote? Maybe you're right. Go back to the original voters. IQ test? I'd like the sound of that. And you think China infiltrated the Democratic Party? No. Emotions did. And you even have people like this. Look at this.
But you guys always want to push it. You privileged white boys always just want to push it to the end. No, knock it off, Trayton. Knock it off.
Oh yeah, that's a white boy name for sure. Trayton? Oh God.
Knock it off.
Honestly, if his name is Trayton, I might have to agree with the teacher. Bro, Trayton? Are you kidding me?
But you guys always want to push it. You privileged white boys always just want to push it to the end. No, knock it off, Trayton. Knock it off.
How can this be racist? Yeah, I wonder why. And no, it's people let this happen. They do. They let this happen. And again, until people have some degree of self-respect, it's going to keep getting worse. It will. It's going to keep getting worse until people develop a degree of self-respect. And hopefully it'll happen, but nowadays I become less and less likely. So this girl, y'all remember this? This is that scuffed TikTok mom from TikTok. Remember her? Here we are at my official dating profile request. She's like 40-something or whatever. And she's making videos about going out there and being the resistance and everything like that. Yes, this is a full-grown, absolute elite Karen here. And you can see it, and you've got her, Elizabeth Rose, arrested for assault ramming of a vehicle.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Man.
Got it?
That's just too bad, huh? That is too bad. Man, I love to see this. That's right. Cat Lady Karen, she is. And good riddance, absolutely. Timu Sarah Connor. That's a good one. That is a good one. I like that one a lot. And so, yeah, there it is. Jobs her to do background checks. Has she ever fucked? Yeah, she's probably going to be fucked now because she has now she has a charge in her name. Absolutely. And so this is it. The chairman resigned? I don't know about that. I haven't seen that at all. Closer to 60 than 40? I mean, by the end of this whole thing, it will be. More arrests, too. They got even more of this. Ramming again, assault. And you can see they're finally arresting these people. And, uh-oh.
Today's Monday, February 2nd, 2026, and some news that I really did not want to have to come to you with, which is I just received a call from a lawyer telling me that the federal government is going to charge me. And my options were to A, turn myself in tomorrow morning, which will be the 3rd of February, or wait for
I think I know what happens. I think I knew what happened. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that.
them to serve a warrant and knock down my door.
Yep.
So tomorrow I'm being charged with 18-USC-111.
Yeah.
I don't know much information other than that. I have to turn this off in the morning.
Yeah.
Clearly, I've been crying.
Music to my ears. I love this.
Here's what I will say. I'm so incredibly grateful for community and who have reached
Beautiful, isn't it? I wish she'd record herself crying.
out and who are trying to help get lawyers
too bad.
and advocacy and help me scrub
Don't mess
the
with the
internet.
amazing Spider-Man!
Oh, you're gonna scrub the internet. That's a great idea. You know what they call that? Scrubbing the internet? They call that spoliation of evidence. This stupid Karen doesn't even know the law. Like, you stupid bitch. You're gonna go out and you're gonna say, these people feel like there's no rules. They're deleting evidence. Oh my God. And she's out there admitting it, saying it ahead of time. Oh, wow.
I will tell you that there's going to be a different page that is active. I'm going to have to take this page private.
I bet you will.
But you can find out more information at Notoriously Lizzie.
Yes.
There is a link in my bio to get you connected to that.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's going to be running that and updating it with information in case they do not let me out tomorrow. There's also a GoFundMe on there.
And you see that the moment that somebody like this actually gets faced with they get faced with consequences of their behavior. You know how she was talking about like being in the resistance and fighting back and, you know, being aggressive and everything. Whenever they told her that we can either come and bust down your door or you can show up at the police station, take your pick. You know what she does? She probably dresses up and she goes right down to the police station like a good little girl.
You'll
That's
need a
right.
top-notch team to win this one.
Because that's what consequences are.
Don't have to be a witch to find
The
the
hammer
magic
of
in this
justice.
world.
You're
But it does
goddamn
help.
right.
For my friend and
The law.
I've made my
A lot of you guys are wondering why me and this Mizkif guy don't really like him. I could give you the long-winded version, which I'm sure you guys have heard throughout,
Get ready.
you know, the years about why me and Miz don't like each other. But to be honest, I'm just going to be completely legitimate. All this is optics. It is. If I'm going to give you the straight and narrow shot, this whole hatred that Miz has for me, it's not even legitimate. It's completely fraudulent. It's all for show. It's all glitz and glam. It's all fucking rockets trying to distract you of what's going on. The reality is that Miz is a guy who has completely let his life devolve into content creation. Miz doesn't care about you. Miz doesn't care about me. Miz doesn't care about his viewers. The only thing Mizkif cares about is the viewer count going up and people talking about him and his reputation. This isn't some 1 million year blood feud. It's just not. All this is Miz trying to distract himself from what is going on with him. In case you don't know, Miz is having his own issues, which I don't even feel like talking about. I really don't, but he's involved in a lawsuit with several people right now, and, you know, the infamous clip of him claiming that he got beaten by his ex-girlfriend who threw plushies and t-shirts at him as he, you know, punched holes in walls and broke doors. Everything that you see on Mizkif's stream is just, it's a show. There's no truth to it. There is no, this whole demon time that he said he's going to, it's just not a legitimate thing. All he is trying to do is distract his own audience from his own issue that he himself is dealing with. And he's attempting to do this via many means. One, he's going after, and let's just break this down. One, he is going after anybody else that he possibly can. I want to show you this. Okay, I'm going to pull up his YouTube channel. Okay, so here's Mizkif's YouTube channel. All right. He made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos on me in the span of 1 week, which to be obsessed is insane considering that he also said that WestJet is a channel that is fueled by hatred when he himself, the only thing that he is fueled by is lust, greed, and hatred himself. Okay, so he's completely obliterated any chance. Well, I mean, once again, Miz, if you go to therapy, I will also do a podcast with you, absolutely. He's now also burning a bridge with Extra Emily, which is fucking insane due to the fact that Extra Emily and Miz were once, by their own words, very close friends, where he's already considered, like, the moment he had an opportunity to jump on Extra Emily, he took that shit immediately. So he took the opportunity to jump on Extra Emily, he took the opportunity to jump on me, and even his self-proclaimed best friend, a man that he lived with for a year, Lakari, is actually the guy who gave Mizkif his career. Any chance this guy has to go in on anybody, he's going to take. Same thing with Mitch Jones, another guy he considered one of his best friends. He pulled out of a car and beat him in the fucking streets. Also, Turkey Tom, he went out on Turkey Tom on false allegations on Turkey Tom. He even took the opportunity to go in on him as well, which honestly isn't a good light. By the way, 1.4 thousand dislikes to 200 dislikes. Not really a good ratio. All of Turkey Tom's allegations were recently proven to be completely false. However, Mizkif doesn't care, and he will go in on anybody else's false allegations if it takes any heat off him. So the number one thing for why Mizkif goes in on me, goes in on them, goes in on anybody is because Mizkif is attempting to employ a tactic to where he will go in on anybody else if there's even a modicum, a very marginal chance for him to distract. Yeah, I may have all this horrible shit being said on me, as well as a lot of it happening directly on stream. I'll be real, there's a horrible clip of Mizkif that's actually recorded on stream. None of this is alleged. Of, you know, some pretty disturbing audio that you can hear when another streamer has more viewers than him, and so you hear him yelling, berating, as well as breaking things in the background. It's just not a good look. Mizkif has kind of lost sight of everything that he's always wanted to have, which is clout. He wants power. He wants control over the situation. But yeah, somebody sent me a link. Let me double check this. What is this? What did you send me? I don't know what we're looking at here. How'd you get those? Because I paid for the car. Can you stop being such a fagoit and pay me? Look, we're friends, but I'm killing it on Twitch. I don't need you. It's over. Give me the money and let me go. Yeah, this is another example of Mizkif, who got his career from another guy called Ice Poseidon. And before you link me, Mizkif saying the hard R, I don't care. If anything, that just makes Mizkif based. I don't fucking care. Yeah, Mizkif has this thing where another person with Ice Poseidon put him on. Ice Poseidon gave him a platform. Ice Poseidon gave Mizkif his career. The moment Miz has an opportunity to burn somebody to further his own social and clout agenda, he's going to burn you immediately. But the problem is that Miz has slowly set fire to so many bridges that now nobody fucks with him at all, as well as going so far to partner with people like Mike from PA, Henry Resilient, and Dennis just to try to make more shit on me and say, you see, all these other people are doing this really bad stuff, but me, I didn't really do anything. It's just social campaigning. That's all it is. The reality is that Mizkif is a guy where he realizes the only thing he has left is content creation. He has no real friends. He has no real partners. I mean, shit, Chompy probably doesn't even like the fucking guy. And Miz doesn't have a fiance. He doesn't have any kids. He doesn't have any plans to get married. He doesn't do anything besides browse 4chan and Reddit and, you know, hope. I shit you not, and I've seen it myself. He'll just sit there and yell at his computer screen when he sees anybody shit talking him on Reddit, LSF, 4chan. He'll legit just sit there and get mad and yell at his computer. He doesn't have anything left. He's a guy who sits there and he's miserable. He hates his fucking life. He's so desperate to be seen as attractive. He went to Turkey to get a hair transplant. He's so desperate to seem cool. He injected steroids for years just to appear jacked and quote-unquote farm aura. Nothing this guy does is legitimate. Not a single thing that he says is serious or should be taken seriously. It's all for optics. That's all he is. Another guy he reminds me of is Hassan. He's a more pathetic version of Hassan. That's just the reality. And I'm not gonna lie, brother, like, you know, everybody goes in on Hassan for the way that he treats his fucking animals, but my God, the health conditions of the litter boxes he uses at Mizkif's house are fucking disgusting. Nobody's really talking about that shit at all, and nor do I. I don't really feel the interest in doing that. But you have a lot of these streamers where they have all this money, they've had all this success, they have all these really cool items, look at all these boxes, look at all these figures. But at the end of the day, Mizkif realizes that he is alone. And he's gonna be alone for a very long time. And the reality is the guy does need help. The guy needs to spend more time taking care of himself, getting therapy, you know, really talking to a psychiatrist. Try getting the mental health help that he truly desperately needs, but he won't. And the only thing that he's fixated on is getting his viewership back, getting his career back, getting his friends back. But the reality is, none of that is going to ever work. It doesn't matter how many people he pays to write out like fraudulent good PR for him. It doesn't matter how many people he pays to go and defame anybody that's opposed to him. That way he can try to vindicate himself. The reality is nobody likes Mizkif because the issue that Mizkif has, and you can ask this to any staff that he's ever worked with, Mizkif doesn't treat people like they're humans. He doesn't. He doesn't see people as humans. He sees people as numbers. And once he deems that your numbers are too low, he'll never talk to you ever again. But the reality is that the way he's treated people is now coming back to him. The way that he's treated all of these people before, he's finally getting a taste of his own medicine, and he doesn't know what to do. The way I see Mizkif is that he's a scared child, and he's willing to do anything and everything he possibly can to regain the audience that he once lost, or maybe find a new audience to capture. But he's burned way too many bridges, and the reality is he's just not really that entertaining by himself. If you go back and look at a history of Mizkif's content, Mizkif doesn't even have 5 clips to his name that blew up for things that he did. All of his content was on the piggyback of other people that would make the content for him. That's the reason why he had the door. He's needed people to carry his content for years. Now, the sad thing is I actually think Miz is actually quite funny. I do. I think he's quite funny. But I understand that I'm not the majority. But all of his big content is platforming other people on game shows or who he had on his stream. And now that Miz has burned every bridge that he's ever had, no one wants to do anything with it anymore. So that audience he's trying to capture can't come back because his content relied on other people, and now nobody wants to talk to him. So to be honest, this whole blood feud between Miz is just fraudulent. I mean, do I think the guy's a piece of shit because of what I've seen and what I've heard him do? Yeah, but it doesn't really keep me up at night. But knowing that Miz barely sleeps and is so obsessed with his image online, it's just a path to destroy himself. The reality is, Miz did do a good job of causing my life to be a little bit harder than it was, but I don't really mind it because I can just go offline and enjoy my other life, my non-content creator life. Mizkif doesn't have that luxury. He turns off the camera and he's alone. He's with nobody, and that's it. He's sad and alone, and he's probably scared. And do I really care? Not really, but I do hope he gets some help. But that's pretty much the whole feud, is that he's a guy who has nothing, will have nothing, and he's attempting to destroy everybody else to make himself look better. You know? Anyways, that's just my opinion. You can tell me I'm wrong, but that's just the way that I see it. Leave a comment. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. Not reacted to a More Pegasus in a while. I'm pretty sure this is about Billie Eilish, Hassan, and Aspen. I'm down to get caught up in the daily slop that everybody else consumes. I think More Pegasus is one of the best channels on YouTube. More Pegasus and WestJet, fucking go-to channels. Good-ass slop.